Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? Yeah, so we're back again for our Bitcoin update live. Right, so before that, hello Cloud, hello. How are you doing? So for this evening, I'm just gonna do a quick update on what we talked about last session, what to expect with Bitcoin, and some obviously if there's any else for us to, you know, to take. So, um, this one is done. We already broke that. Okay. So last session, May 9th, roughly, right? No, May 19th. Okay, so May 19th was roughly around this area. Um, I told you that expect Bitcoin, okay, to continue to go higher, and that we are going to be forming this area we're in on the biggest structure. The orange, if you guys can see, is the macro structure of Bitcoin. We have one, two so far. That's the count, right? But you remember we have another theory that I told you that this could be a one, and then two, and then a three. That whole thing. So you guys can watch the previous session for that. But for now, we're gonna follow this because this is like the current trend that the Bitcoin is forming. So let me take this trend line for now. Okay. So now, like I said, it's going to test the previous all-time high, which is around this area, and we did. And it's a very strong test that we did. We were hitting like 112. That's a new all-time high. Okay. So now, Miss, is there any chance that Bitcoin is gonna go higher from here? Yeah, high likely. Okay, high likely this is gonna go higher. But before that, everyone, I'm expecting a correction now. Like I said last time, it's just going to test. So now that we have that, it actually surpassed the level that we expected. Now, for the test that's going to happen, the correction, as you guys can observe, we are just going up and up for the past, check, for the past 51 days. Okay, so past 51 days, and right around here, for the past 78 days, we have just been correcting. So 51 days, Bitcoin has just been going up. Now, Bitcoin, we are expecting it to have a correction. All right. So, Miss, what are the possible levels that Bitcoin might possibly correct with? So, right here, if you guys can observe, we have the level. You remember that the one that I deleted in here earlier? There was the 92K. We might go at the low of that. We might, okay, or not. Bitcoin might surprise us like the previous bull run, no? Previous bull run, it just like had a touch of the 0.236 and then continued to go higher. Like this, oh, like what you guys are seeing right here. Very strong bullish movement, kumbaga. But this one will look like it's going to like correction like this. That can happen. That is one of the possible scenarios that you guys can expect. But technical wise, like like a proper expectation is 0.382. So 0.382 is going back around 98 500k level. Okay, so 98 500k level to the low of this area. You guys can see this wicks. This is gonna be like the possible low of this correction if it's if it's gonna push more down. So right around this area, like 90, that's why if you guys can see from the title, 90k, that's the lowest that we can expect Bitcoin to do if it's, to regain, not regain, but retain the the momentum to the upside. Because if you guys can observe right now where we are, okay, the rejection that we got from here, I'll show you. Let me take that out. Is that we came from a very nice, trend to the upside. We were just going up, up, okay, a very long correction, up, a deep correction, fairly long. And then now, as we try to go up, where we are right now, we might have, if we correct like 0.618 or even lower than that, can you guys see now the red mark? It's getting what? It's getting weaker. The trend is getting weaker. Yeah? Every time we go up, the correction from like this one. For example, we went up right around this much. And then if you'll see from the correction, we corrected like roughly 30 to 40%, okay? 30 to 40%. And then right around this area, if you see, we went up, another impulse to the upside, we hit at 70% correction. So as we go higher, we are actually also correcting, high. Right around here, like 60, 65%. Now, that's why I'm saying that Bitcoin at least should not, if it's really bullish, the bounce that is ideal is the 0.382. Much better if we do a 0.236 bounce and recover from here, because that's gonna indicate that Bitcoin is very strong. But if we do, okay, a deep correction in here, that's that we have to, and if we lost this orange line right here, that's a red flag right there. I'm telling you, that's gonna be like a very weak move for Bitcoin. That we don't want to happen. So as much as possible, if we do a recover of 0.236, that's the best, okay, and continue to go up. 0.382, ideal, okay, anywhere below 0.5, fine. But if we lose this orange line, 0.6, okay, like, like, let's see how it bounced from there. But once you lose this and goes all the way lower than this, I don't think Bitcoin can easily recover by then. We're just gonna hover all throughout what? July, August, September. That's going to happen. Okay? So, all right. Now, if you guys can see the weakness right around here, the daily, let's check the RSI. How is it doing? We have the trend moving very nicely, and so far we don't have any divergence, so which is very good. Okay, that's gonna give us the strength just in case, 0.236, what's going to happen is this is gonna push up, this is gonna create divergence right here, but we're gonna make a new high. But the thing is, we are farther from where we started. Now, if this happens, Bitcoin can have the space to have a correction, a healthier type of momentum, kumbaga. So it's good that the daily doesn't have the divergence yet. 4 hours, it already shown, but that's gonna be the correction that we are expecting for the 0.236 or 0.382. Okay, so right here, if you guys can see, we have the divergence right here. All right. So now, miss, what's going to happen? What's going to happen is the correction. So if you guys can observe earlier, I had my trend line, no? I had my trend line earlier. So let me take this out. Okay. So we might have a correction, 0.236. What was the level of that? We didn't took the level. Just a second. Okay. So 102. Okay. Then kanina, right here, 98, 97, 0.382. So let's just like mark that, whatever we talked about. So next time we'll have a note. So ideal bounce is 0.236 of fib. Okay. Oh, no. Let's do best bounce. Best bounce and break. We need to break the all-time high now, 0.36. Now, for the ideal naman is roughly 0.382. And then for, like, let's say warning, anything at 0.618 below. Okay. All right. So let me put that right here. And let's add day to day. May 28. All right. Okay, let's lock that up. Okay. So, yeah. So that's what you guys can expect for the rest of, for the rest of the coming days. Currently Wednesday now. So, drop from here is roughly 4%. 0.36 is 10%. Now, Miss, what to expect with altcoins? Okay, so altcoins, everyone, Ethereum, Bitcoin, you know, is gaining some strength against Bitcoin, at least the Ethereum. So if you guys can see, as market is going down, I mean the Bitcoin is going down. 1 hour of Ethereum, Bitcoin, we are going up. So if this is going to continue, high likely Ethereum is gonna lead the altcoin. If we do have move to the upside. So okay, so right now we're having a push up, totally opposite of whatever the Bitcoin is doing. But let's see what the Ethereum is doing itself. So Ethereum, on the other hand, is hovering. So, Miss, is this like are we gonna go and test the higher level? Let me show you something, guys. Right around here, if you guys can observe, we are having a resistance. And along that resistance, okay, we are having a like higher lows, continuous higher lows. So if you guys can observe right here, 1, okay, 2, 3. So what is happening? We might have a high chance for Ethereum to break to the upside, regardless of of Bitcoin having a correction. The Ethereum might have some small correction roughly around this possible area, 2,570 to 2,540. But that's gonna be temporary. The moment everything recovers, especially once Bitcoin finds a support on the correction right here, Ethereum or altcoins, they are gonna have their move. So let's go around. Where is this one? The total 1. Yeah, this is total 2, is it? Yeah, 1.2. Okay, total 2 needs to pick up, okay, for us. But so far, guys, we are in a very good, formation for total two. If you guys can see, it's we are still consolidating. Miss, is it weak? Is it strong? We are still consolidating. So once all, can you guys see? It's like a puzzle, right? So once all of this like match up, which they're still like you can say cooking. So we might see and test the high of this area of the total two. So this is gonna really inject money in our altcoins, and we might see a push of altcoin, let's say from where we are right now, 10%. So as you guys can observe, 10%. Let's see the 10% for Bitcoin. Okay, from here, 10% is roughly sitting at 2,900. Okay, 2,900 makes sense. Okay, as that is hitting the psychological level of 3,000, everyone. So right here, okay, as you guys can observe, we have a couple of resistances. So for Ethereum, I want you guys to be mindful, huh? If we do have a push up, be mindful of the 2,900. We might test all the way three, like roughly around this area, because obviously, you know, psychological number, whole number is 3,000, but that's a very big move for Ethereum now. Remember the beginning of this month, yeah, May 5, I asked you to buy Ethereum buy area right around here. And so far we have done what, maximum 50% already. So yeah, for those who got in, congrats with your spots. Yeah. Now what else? There's one more. Let's see. This one, a point. Yeah. So on the dominance, everyone, Bitcoin has fallen. Yeah, okay. We have discussed about this. Have fallen below the trend line since that has been going on since last year, December. It's like almost gonna be 6 months, half a year now. Okay, and finally we broke that, at the beginning of this month. And where we at right now is just a simple retest for the dominance. Now, dominance and the in the altcoin, if this continues to go down for us, okay, we might have some effect, on the altcoins like the Ethereum. We might have that move that I was talking with you, to test this area, but it's going to pick up as we go down. Ideally, this is to go down. Okay, for us, for altcoins to pick up. Okay, so going back on our Bitcoin, yeah, now it's okay. It's falling down. Everyone can see that. Yeah. All right. So let me just like put my alert below here. That is roughly 106 for Bitcoin. It's gonna officially go head all the way to 101, 102 level that we were talking about earlier. Yeah, roughly around this area, guys. Okay. And if it's unstoppable, obviously, then it's gonna retest the 98K level. All right. Okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum is doing the same. Yeah. Now, for now, altcoins will have, like I said, altcoins will follow Bitcoin move for now. But the moment Bitcoin finds that support, doesn't matter if it's gonna hover there, range, whatever it's going to do, altcoin then is going to pick up. Simple as that. All right. Okay. So Yeah, so that's your very quick update for the day. And yeah, I'll see you guys next session. Thank you for being in